Hey there, Christina here, and today I am talking about the ever-popular onesie. This little guy has a lot of tricks up its sleeve, no pun intended. But let's talk about sleeves. So I love having some long sleeve onesies on hand. If you live in a climate that tends to be on the cooler side or has drastic seasons, onesies with long sleeves are going to be super handy because then you don't have to worry about layering so much because babies do need to wear usually an extra light layer than you would wear. So I love having long sleeve onesies on hand because of that. They're for some reason harder to find, but it's good to have a couple for those cooler days. The downside, of course, of the long sleeves is that they can be a little bit harder to get on your babe. Little fingers can kind of get stuck in there and they can just be kind of a struggle to get these on. So what I like to do is before I put the hand through the sleeve is I like to kind of bunch it up around my fingers like that, grab that little hand right there, and then it gently just slides through and that sleeve pops right on. No problem, no stuck fingers. Much smoother for everybody involved. So that's the sleeves. Looking at the top of the onesie, got these nice little flaps. And what a lot of people don't realize what that's for is actually taking the onesie off from the top down. Why would you want to do that? Well, let's say that your little one has a diaper incident that escapes the bounds of the diaper and it needs cleaning up. The onesie is dirty, but you don't want to take it off over their head because that kind of just spreads the mess out, and that's no good. What you want to do instead is fold these back and just slide it down their body, containing that mess in the onesie, and then you can just toss it right in the wash. Much, much easier to handle it that way. So that's the flaps. Looking at the bottom of the onesie, they usually have 3 snaps like this. What I like to do, partially because I'm lazy, but partially because it actually works out really, really well, is I like to snap just the outer 2 snaps, like that, and leave the middle one unsnapped. And the reason why, it's quicker, obviously, but then when you go to do a diaper change later, you just kind of put your fingers between that gap there and just pop it apart. Much, much easier than having to deal with all 3 snaps. So that's one of my little tricks. It's a shortcut for you, and it's a lot easier when you do a diaper change later. So those are my favorite little kind of tricks about the onesie. And a last little note about these fantastic little guys is a lot of people like to buy the plain ones and then decorate them. It can be a really fun shower game or something fun for you to do as you're getting ready for your little one to be born. Just a couple of tips on decorating your onesie is I would probably stay away from fabric paint and especially puff paint. So fabric paint can make the onesie kind of stiff and uncomfortable for your baby. And puff paint can actually peel off sometimes, and that is the last thing that you want your little one to put in their mouth. So I would opt instead for maybe like some fabric markers or something like that. It's going to be a lot more comfortable for your baby to wear, and it'll be a little bit more permanent as well. So those are some tips on decorating your onesie, as well as some hacks to make your onesie an even more versatile item. If you have any tips and suggestions for other moms, feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And that brings us to our trivia for today. Okay. Babies are born without which body part? Is it A, kneecaps, B, elbows, C, tailbone, or D, shoulder blades? The first person to comment and answer correctly below is going to win a gift card to a fast casual restaurant or a mystery gift from Bellies to Babies. So be sure to comment below for your chance to win, and be sure to subscribe to catch future episodes. Thanks so much for tuning in.